One of the things that frustrates me, like the narrative in the last 72 hours, one of the talking points coming even from some libertarians is that the American people voted for this, so they deserve everything they got. And I don't buy that at all. And there is this contradiction between the DC machine that you've talked about and you've written about extensively versus what the American people actually want. And I'm thinking back to George W. Bush running against nation building, running against empire, Barack Obama promising to get us out of these wars, Donald Trump promising to get us out of these wars. And it strikes me that the American people always vote for less of this stuff. Do you think that's true?
I think that's true, and I agree with you. You see the blob in the mainstream media rising up, gnashing teeth, rending clothing over this withdrawal of 2,500 troops. And they're using this sloppy evacuation as a justification for their interest in staying in that war forever. And I think the American people are smarter than that. I mean, they've been polling year after year after year that Afghanistan, staying there is not worth it, and that we need to get out, and Iraq as well. And even more importantly, veterans have been polling in this way year after year. In the most recent poll that I saw this summer, veterans, I think, were polling at 70%-ish. I may be wrong on that, but it's a very strong majority saying that the war was not worth it and it's time to get out. So I think the public is on our side. I feel veterans are on our side. I'm sorry that the evacuation has been so sloppy, and I'm not going to defend the Biden administration for that, but I will defend them for actually having the courage to get the remaining troops out of there.
Yeah, and I want to get into that, but I have this perhaps contradictory view that we had to get out. We should have never gone in, but any exit strategy is better than no exit strategy. And being shocked and appalled at how not even poorly planned, unplanned that was. And I feel like they've had at least since 2014 to plan a rational process for getting our people and our friends out of there. Can I have both of these positions, or is it irrational to expect the government to even be that competent?
And it's difficult to say because right now there's a lot of people expressing a lot of certainty on Twitter over exactly what we should have done and the Pentagon should have done and the Afghanis should have done. And we just don't know. I will say that, well, first of all, on one hand, there have been accounts that have been coming out about U.S. military bases in Afghanistan getting packed up and generally downscaled. You know, that preparations were happening, that this was going on. On the other hand, the Pentagon does have a tendency, if it's been asked to do something that it doesn't want to do, of dragging its feet and at the last minute going, oh God, we can't possibly do this, better call off the whole thing altogether. It does seem to me inexplicable that they weren't better prepared than this. It does.